Hey there, traders and trader friends. We are back with a new Shortcast, always here to help you. My name is Tim, and thanks for tuning in. Like and subscribe for more trading content. Enjoy.
Okay, so you know how sometimes you just get caught up daydreaming about hitting it big, like winning the lottery, finding that magical stock that's going to make you a fortune overnight?
Yeah, we've all been there.
It's so tempting, right? That quick fix, instant success fantasy.
It's incredibly alluring.
But here's the thing, and this is what our deep dive today is all about. Real satisfaction, the kind that lasts, often comes from building something amazing step by step. And that usually doesn't happen overnight.
Right. It's a process.
Exactly. And we're diving into this idea using this article. It's called Eingefickter Text. Have you seen this one?
I have, yeah. It makes you think.
It really does. And the big takeaway I got was, to achieve that lasting success, we need to start thinking more like traders and less like gamblers.
Which is interesting because most people probably don't realize how much they approach things with a gambler's mindset. I know I've been guilty of it.
Totally. So let's break this whole trader versus gambler thing down.
Okay, so the article, Eingefickter Text, they put it really well. They say, a trader approaches their craft with a measured strategy, carefully assessing risk, and patiently waiting for the right opportunities.
Right.
Gamblers, on the other hand, often chase fleeting emotions, relying on luck and impulse.
It's like they're just going all in, hoping for the best, no real plan.
Yeah, and no real strategy for what happens if they lose.
Exactly. And that's what resonated with me so much from Eingefickter Text. They really emphasized that a trader's mindset is all about calculated decisions, not just impulsive moves.
Absolutely. It's about research. It's about risk management. It's about having that long-term vision.
It's not just throwing darts at a dartboard and seeing what sticks.
Exactly. And to that point about making calculated decisions, think about a time it could be anything, an investment, a career move, anything where you felt pressured to make a quick decision.
Oh, all the time.
Yeah. And how did that turn out?
Let's just say I learned my lesson a few times.
Right. So slowing down, thinking it through, it really can make a difference.
It's huge. Speaking of learning lessons, Eingefickter Text said something that really hit home for me on the topic of risk. They said, don't risk your hard-earned money.
Which is so important to remember.
Think about it. Every dollar you have represents time and effort you put in.
Right.
Blood, sweat, and tears. Maybe not literally, but
well, sometimes, yeah.
The point is, it's valuable. To imagine it just vanishing because of some risky bet, that's tough.
It's devastating, and it's not worth it because, like they said, slow, steady growth, that's the goal.
Exactly. It might not be as glamorous as winning the lottery, but it's a whole lot more reliable.
It's like, if you're baking a cake, you don't just throw all the ingredients in a bowl and hope for the best.
Right. You follow a recipe.
Exactly. There's a process.
Yeah.
Trying to rush it or skip steps, it's a recipe for disaster.
Yeah.
But when you follow the recipe, you're patient, you let it bake properly.
You get a delicious cake.
Exactly. And it's the same with building anything worthwhile. And that's something this article, Eingefickter Text, emphasizes. They have this great line. They say, take it slow and enjoy the journey. Don't try to get rich overnight.
I love that. Enjoy the journey because it's about the process, not just the destination.
100%. And honestly, speaking of not getting rich overnight, have you ever, even with everything you know, been tempted to take a shortcut?
Oh, of course. It's so easy to get caught up in wanting that instant gratification.
Yeah.
Why put in the work when there might be an easier way, right?
Yeah.
But then I remind myself, that's the gambler's mindset talking.
And Eingefickter Text really underscores this: building anything truly worthwhile, whether it's knowledge, skills, a business, a relationship, it takes time. It takes consistent effort.
Yeah.
And honestly, it's that dedication, that commitment to the process that ultimately brings the most satisfaction, not just hitting some arbitrary finish line.
So true. And it's interesting, we've talked a lot about finances, but this whole trader mindset idea, it can be applied to so much more, don't you think?
Oh, absolutely.
Like, what about relationships? What would it mean to be a trader when it comes to love?
Well, I think it would mean being really intentional about who you choose to be with, communicating thoughtfully, building a strong foundation together.
Right, taking the time to really get to know someone.
Exactly. And not just expecting everything to be perfect overnight, which, let's be honest, never happens.
It's about putting in the work, the time, the effort to build something lasting.
Precisely.
And, it's the same with our careers, our personal growth, even our hobbies. It all boils down to being strategic, making calculated decisions, being patient.
And enjoying the process.
Right. So we've covered a lot today, but if there's one thing to take away from Eingefickter Text, it's this. Approach things strategically, just like a trader would.
Yeah.
Respect the process. Enjoy the journey. Don't get sidetracked by the allure of quick wins.
Great advice.
Now, here's something to think about. What's one area in your own life where you could benefit from adopting that trader's mindset? Something to ponder.